Waifu time! Hello, welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the Figma number 346. It's Rem from ReZero. One of the most beloved characters in the history of anime and action figures. Why? Because there's like, oh my god, you don't even know how many Rem figures there are? Yes. And also, this is the re-release of the Figma Rem, which has skyrocketed in price. The original release, that is. After it was sold out anywhere, so I had to grab it on the re-release. Because back in the day, I didn't even know who Ren was, and I didn't know what ReZero is, but I've been educated. I know the value of the character right now, so I can actually appreciate it. Let's have a look at the figure. Hey, do you like cute anime figures? Then you should really subscribe, because I have a bunch of them, and I'm gonna review a bunch more. Let's go. Thinking back now, I really wonder how did I miss out on this? I mean, it's a cute anime girl with blue hair in a maid outfit. It seems like a perfect match. Now, she stands at about 12.5 centimeters to the top of her head, which means we are going up to a little shy of 5 inches tall. Now, size comparisons. Here's Jalter, SH Figure Arts, Ultra Instinct Goku, and Darkseid. Overall look and detail. Does it resemble the character from the manga, the visual novel, or the anime? Does it even have a manga? I think it has a visual novel. Anyway, it does look like Rem. Do have this beautiful face. I mean, Figma knows their face sculpts. They don't disappoint in that regard. The eyes. I love the detail in the eyes. You got the light blue eyes and the sky blue hair. The mouth kind of angle like that. You know, it makes it look extra cute. Just like the one eye being covered by the hair. You got a little bit of pink in there, a little bit of decoration on the side, which is just packed in, so you can bring that a little bit to the side. And the headdress does unfortunately have some paint bleeding. Yes, we're already on that. A little bit of paint bleeding up on top. Going to the back of the hair has some more detail in there, and some weird spots in it. Some kind of like dark blue spots. I have a little bit of that, which is just annoying. It's really unfortunate. But then again, those are just tiny spots which you don't really see unless you're really going in. But this is a review, so I do want to share those things with you guys. Then for the upper part of the body, you have some more detail in the maid outfit, which actually looks very cool. I love the maid design in general, and this one is a little bit of a special one, especially with the stuff going around the neck. You have a little bit of a ribbon and a smaller ribbon around the chest area, which has some more bleeding issues. It doesn't look super clean, but forgivable. And then on the bicep, yikes, goes over into the black and not in a clean way. However, it's always weird to me how they screw up something like that. But then the white line over here, I think that is just printed on those, so that one looks clean. And going back to the torso, we have the very tiny white ribbons and some more line work, and the big white ribbon in the back, which is kind of like, is there like a little excess amount of plastic around there? Kind of like this cape, kind of like this coat going around in the back, which also looks very cute. It is rubbery, so it does not get into the way. You got also the apron in the front, which is same thing. It is rubbery, has the black line going around it. A couple of wrinkles in it, and you know what time it is? Oh, there's some more bleeding in there. It's pantsu time, which incredibly detailed on the stocking part actually, with the garter belt and whatnot going down there. And the pantsu is the basic pantsu, white pantsu that we've seen for the most part. She does have pretty decent butt, but yeah, overall, I'm more a fan of the garter belt going down there with the stockings. Look actually very good. It is molded on there, so it does stand out, which is kind of weird for stockings, how it, you know, is not so tightly on the skin. But alas, I still think they look good. And obviously just the white legs going down to the very simple shoes. And that's about it. That's all you got for your Rem. For the articulation, I did pull the neck out just to show you that it ends on a ball in the back there, so you can really bring this up and down and move it fairly nicely around. Goes forward, goes to the back a good amount because they hollowed out in the back there, even though the hair does block it just a little bit, but you still get some good upward motion. Does tilt side to side, does go all the way around. For the shoulder area, you got the double ball combination. You got one ball in the chest area and another ball hinge on the shoulder itself, so you can bring that up and down without any trouble. And is it just me, I just noticed that, does the arm have a little bit of a different color than the ball joints? That's just distracting now. You can also rotate it on there, and I don't know if you can rotate it on the cloth part, well, not really the cloth part, but the clothing part. I think you can, but then again, you just have to hold on to the shoulder, and it kind of just doesn't really accomplish much because it just can rotate the shoulder around, right? Right. You got a simple ball hinge in the elbow and another ball hinge in the fist, which does go back and forth all the way around. Now for the chest area, it is fairly nimble, does have some back and forth motion, side to side, and it does actually go all the way around. For the lower hip part, which is covered by the entire dress obviously, but you can bring this around and you can bring also the lower hips on itself. So you have 2 points of articulation hidden in there, which you can bring forward to the back and tilting side to side, and also have obviously rotation in there. The dress, by the way, I said the apron is soft plastic, but also the entire front part of the dress. And in the back you have ball hinges, so you can bring that up, lift it up, and try to close the gap. It is alright, you still have enough room of it. I don't know why they made it in an angle like that. That's kind of weird, but I guess they wanted to keep an open spot for the whole way. You can plug in the base, but anyway, it does go up and down, and you have some rotation in the sockets. Now trying out the legs with the dress, it does go back and forth very nicely. It does go out to the side, and also you have the rotation on the ball in there, and also I think can rotate the stockings around because that is a single piece. So it does work, kind of adding a 5 swivel, not just kind of, adding a 5 swivel. Then you have one ball hinge in the knee, goes all the way up, and another ball hinge in the foot, up, down, and does tilt side to side if I could hold on to it, but it actually rotates all the way around on the upper part. I wanted to see if it goes side to side on the lower part. Can't really get it done. It does have some side to side tilting. It's kind of hard to hold on to this ball joint, otherwise that just rotates all over the place. So you have to play around with it a little bit. For the accessories, I didn't really expect that much, and I just gonna start it off with one of my personal highlights is the morning star. It looks shiny. It is spiky, but not too spiky. It's rounded off on spike, so you're not gonna... Well, it could still hurt if you hurl it at somebody. Just, you know, I'm not trying to give you any dumb ideas, but also has some real shine, which is always appreciated, and the handle on it, so you can swing it around. And if you don't like that, there's also a static, just plastic mold for the chain. So it does always have like a, you know, static post, obviously, as I just said. But you might be wondering, well, Payne, how does it hold up this ball? Well, you have an extra base for that, which you have the ball, just plug that in here, and then you can rotate it around, and then you plug the front part has a hole of the ball somewhere. There it is. You just plug that in over there, and boom, there you go. You have this little support to hold up for poses, and then it just falls over. Good job, Payne. And then you got a couple of hands. You got the open hands, folded hands, the pointy finger, and the 2 holding hands, obviously, for the morning star. For the face sculpt, you got this super cutesy face, just smiling, looking to the side. This one is lovely. And the maniacal, kind of like rage mode Oni version, which she also comes with the horn hair when she goes full Oni mode, I guess. And then you also have a set of hands for her and her sister, which, by the way, guys, should I get ROM? Should I get ROM? They're re-releasing ROM also, but should I stick to the meme of like there's only REM, or should I just actually complete the set? And also she has this lovely little plate. But yeah, leave down a comment if you think I should get ROM or not. I still decide myself, but you know, I just wanna just curious what you guys think. Anyway, you also got the Figma back and the Figma base, always included with every Figma. You have this little piece also on the top, and a replacement ball hinge for the hands, and there you go. And it's gonna bring me to the final thoughts for this Figma REM, and quite frankly, this figure is amazing. I honestly went in this and not really expecting much, but they captured the look oh so well, as Figma usually does with these Animu figures. There's no complaint there. The articulation is, you know, she's surprisingly nimble. I think like everything moves out of the way very nicely. I also don't feel like they did a lot of big changes in the articulation. It just kind of works for her. And then the accessories, you just get a lot of cool stuff, have a bunch of posing abilities. I love the alternate like kind of Oni mode, and big fan of the Morningstar with like the real chain and then like the fake chain. There's like a lot of options that comes with that. So I will recommend it 100%. Now is your chance. This is a second release. There probably won't be a third one. So if you want to get this one, now's the time. That's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Rem wants. Like clean up paint and these small slips, which is just annoying.